So yeah, the primary consequence to not trimming your hair regularly is that you undermine your length retention, and you have to cut away more inches than you would have if the trims have been maintained on a regular schedule. So what I'm looking at here is about 6 inches of hair being trimmed away, and ideally, you only want to lose about 1/2 inch to 1 inch a year based on how you're maintaining the hair. The other two things that are also contributing to why this much hair needs to go is the texture of the hair. Fine strands are going to break down faster than medium or coarse, so they'll need more frequent trimming or reinforcement via quality products. And then the products themselves are going to break down the hair much quicker if they're low quality, and so you want to be mindful of that. You definitely can maintain a lot more length with regular micro trims and quality products. Now this right here is me trimming my own hair, and normally I trim about twice a year, but here it had been about a year just because I had been traveling and just not on top of my hair care. So in this trim, I took about 2.5 off the front and an inch throughout the rest. And the front has been bleached, so it's broken down faster than the rest of the hair naturally. So it needed about 2.5 inches to go, and the rest of the hair that hadn't been bleached, I took about an inch off throughout. So make sure you stand on top of your trims so you can not only retain the maximum amount of length, but you can also maintain the maximum amount of thickness. So because the hair is not breaking due to overall excessive tangling and cuticle damage. And then it also just makes your detangling sessions easier, cuts down on single strand knots, and the hair just looks healthier and fuller overall. So one of our Hair Tribe members had a really good question, and it's basically, how do you know where to cut when you're trimming your hair? So rule of thumb for me is when the hair starts to feel different, like from the roots to the mids to the end, when you run your hair down the section, your fingers down the section, and it starts to feel rougher. It doesn't feel as smooth as it does at the root and in the mids. That is where you know that the outer layer, because it's the oldest part of the hair, it's gotten some weathering. It's starting to, break down, and so it feels a bit rougher. That is indicator number one. Indicator number two is when you notice thinning or natural tapering of the hair, and that's just because the hair's been, breaking off a little bit over time, and so it's going to be a little thinner when you get toward the lower mids and the ends. And this is just natural, it's normal wear and tear. Don't stress too much about it. But when the cuticle is rough and it starts thinning toward the ends, you start to be able to see through the end. This is where you cut. I like my hair to be full from the roots to the ends, so that's where I cut. Some people will keep a little bit more of the thin ends. That's their prerogative, but not mine. Hope that helps. A little second day hair action. Just slept with it up in a pineapple, took the scarf off, stretched it with the blow dryer a little bit, and voila. Get trim frequency guidance and top tier product recommendations for your hair type in my ebook. A healthier hair journey awaits.